Welcome back to the Linux course, and in this session we'll be learning how to display contents of a file. We have various ways of doing that. We'll be looking at some ways of it, few different commands to do that. Okay, so these are the four commands which I wanted to show. First head, first 10 lines, and then tail, last 10 lines. Grep searches for a pattern. I think we've used grep multiple times already. Then cat, again we've also used cat, but we have not used head and tail. So we'll do head and tail. Okay, so let me go to, okay, so now let's see if I have any files. Yeah, I have demo.txt. First I'll do head demo.txt. So you can see it's showing the first 5 lines, but head basically shows the first 10 lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open demo.txt and I'm going to enter multiple lines so that it will be easy for us to debug. So there are so many lines, so I'm just going to make these bigger lines. Okay, so it's fine, I've done it. Okay, so now let's do head once again, and you see now it shows only the top 10 lines, the first 10 lines, and the tail command will show the last 10 lines. So you can see that as well. Tail command shows the last 10 commands. Now grep asd demo.txt. So you can see grep is finding a pattern called asd, and it is showing all those lines which has that particular pattern. So let's just type in, so it again found a pattern, so that's why you use grep. And then finally we have cat basically provides the entire file, so you can see that over here. And few more things you can do with the tail and header. I think in tail you can use the end command to show, so you can see it shows only the last 4 lines, and in head again you can do that and it shows the first 5 lines. So basically you can use these commands to display the contents of a file as well as track them. So using grep you can see every single instance of a particular name inside a particular file, which is very helpful for recognizing patterns. So that's what we did right now. So for example, I'll open demo.txt once again. Okay, so I've opened demo.txt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the username, which is IntelliPad, in various places. It's wrong spelling. Okay, so I've entered in 3 different places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use grep to find it, but I'm not going to use my username directly. I'm going to use a meta character dollar and a command called whoami, which basically reads the username. So grep whoami demo.txt. So now you can see it is reading my username, and then it is using my username to find a pattern inside demo.txt. Here we are using both the displaying contents for finding a pattern. We are using grep, as well as we are using the whoami command, and also we are using a meta character to basically read the whoami command. So if you just type in whoami, it searches for whoami. If you put the dollar command in, see the dollar meta character in front of it, basically it means that the value of whoami, which is IntelliPad. So that's what it does. So this is how you use tail, head, grep, and finally cat. You can do all these operations using all these commands. There are still a lot of commands, but these are the most basic commands. Let me get back to the slides. So we've done this. Next is copying a file, moving a file, renaming a file, and deleting a file. Okay, so let's start off with this in the next session. So thank you for attending this session.